Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's topic is about how to embrace the inevitable change. Now remember, like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to receive all my content. Leave a comment below to let me know how you feel about this subject. Your response is highly appreciated. Definition of inedible change is to happen for certain, unavoidable. And you know, change becomes difficult as we get older. Why? Because as we get older, we look for comfort. But when we were younger, we was excited about change. Why? Because we wanted to live, thrive, and learn new things about life. But one thing is for certain about change. Is change gonna happen anyway, whether we want it or not. So no need in getting frustrated or depressed about change. But we need to learn how to embrace change and learn to identify ourselves with that which is changing. Now, who wants to learn how to embrace inevitable change? Okay, I see I got a few people want to learn. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, point one. Change encourages development. Do you know when you repel change, you hold yourself down. You don't let yourself fully develop into the individual that you are destined to be. And you don't never get quite understood on who you really are by preventing yourself from changing. But when you open yourself up and accept change, now you allow yourself to reach different heights, different horizons, because you are learning new things and you are letting yourself develop different skills and things to enhance yourself as an individual. But we have to learn how to develop ourselves by changing with things going on around you. Change internal as well. That way you'll open up yourself to new developments and new horizons in your life. Point two, change initiates you to analyze yourself for the negative. When you accept change, you accept the fact that you are progressing in life. So now you want to add more pluses instead of negatives to your life. And these are positive things that you want to continuously add to your life. And it will make you analyze yourself to see what areas in your life are negative that's not serving you any purpose. And when you find these things that really don't serve you any purpose on your progress in life, you start getting rid of them, because these things are hindering you and you don't need them. If you accept the change, you're accepting a better way of life. Point three, make the change before change makes you. You want to always be in control of change. When things are changing around you, you want to be in control of your change as well. Don't go down a negative path of allowing yourself to be stagnant and let things change around you. And now you are forced to be in change, because now you are on an uphill battle. Now your life will be difficult to try to get back on straight, because you have allowed yourself to not progress and not develop. And things are going to always change around you. That's one thing we must understand. Change is always going to happen. But we must understand that we have to change also. Point four. Everybody has fear. Everybody has doubt. And everybody has uncertainty about changing. But guess what? That's going to be here. We are never going to be able to get rid of feeling doubtful, feeling fear, and feeling uncertain about life. That's just a part of life. But what we have to make an understanding of is we got to embrace that. We got to go forward, even though we are scared, even though we doubt, even though we are uncertain. We still got to make a decision to go forward and embrace this fear, embrace that doubt, embrace that uncertainty. And guess what? You will see that it's not really that hard. Once you go forth and say, hey, I'm going to do this regardless. then you will see that things are really not that hard as you thought they were, because it's getting easier. Now you are able to understand that you have to do this in order to move on and to progress and embrace your change. Point 5. Loathing is counterproductive to change. Feeling sorry for yourself and gloating about things going on around you that are changing on your external, and you not changing, now you're feeling sorry for yourself. Now you're blaming things that don't have nothing to do with yourself being in the situation you are in. It's you. You have to make the decision to change and to be able to keep up with what's going on around you. Feeling sorry for yourself and feeling all down because you can't keep up, that's not going to help you. That's going to make you go down even farther. You need to make your decision to change as well, from the inside out, as well as things are changing around you. And be grateful that you have the opportunity to change. Be grateful that you are still living. You are still breathing. You still have resources around you that will give you the opportunity to change and allows possibility to happen in your life. But first, you got to understand, feeling sorry for yourself, that ain't going to make it. That ain't going to do you nothing but put you down even farther in life. And I want to leave you with a Bible scripture. Deuteronomy 31:6. It says, "Be strong and be courageous. Don't be afraid or terrified." Why? Because your Lord, your God, he goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Always remember this. Don't be afraid of change. Embrace change. You will see that by you changing, you allow yourself to grow and develop and progress in your life. But you have to embrace change and change along with the things that are changing around you.
How y'all doing? It's your boy Glenn, the God Chaser, and welcome to another segment of Live Life Strong, featuring Manifest Visions. And today's topic is change is inevitable. And we're going to give you some key points that we know is going to help you to prepare for the inevitable change. Hey, look at your grandparents, or even look at your mother and your father. They could attest and tell you that, hey, the world has changed over the years, and even themselves has changed. So we're going to encourage you yourself to change, because change is going to happen with or without your permission. So you want to be prepared for the inevitable change. And I have 4 key points that I know is going to help you to prepare for the inevitable change. And the first one is, you got to recognize the need for change and recognize the changes that are happening in your life and what is happening in the world today. You want to be aware of what's going on around you. I get it. Some things might blindside you. And you might not know what's going on. But many times in our lives, the change, you can recognize it or you can identify it before it even happens. But I want to tell you and encourage you, always be aware and recognize the changes that you yourself need to make in your life. Have you ever heard of the decisions that you make today can affect you tomorrow? Recognize the decisions that you are making. Recognize the people that you are hanging around. Recognize the places that you are going. Recognize the behaviors you are doing. Recognize the things that are changing in the world. That way you can prepare for the inevitable change. And my second key point is embrace change. So many people are set in their ways. And I hope none of you guys are set in your ways, because like I just said, the world is constantly changing. People are changing, the way we think, the way we act, the way we talk, and even new technology, or hey, the world society is always changing. So you want to be able to embrace change, whether it's positive or it's negative. You have to be able to handle the changes that are happening in your life and assess, hey, yo, I need to embrace this versus going against it, because you're going to make your life a little bit more difficult if you do not embrace the changes that are happening in your life. And I get it. It's not easy to always embrace change, because guess what? We're used to doing things a certain type of way, living a certain type of way, or the world being a certain type of way. Take, for example, we used to have phones that were on the wall. Then we went from that to flip phones to now we have what? Touchscreen phones now. Look how the world has changed, and it's going to constantly change. So, hey, we're here to encourage you to prepare for the inevitable change, because change can be positive if you learn to embrace it. And my third key point is changes that are in your control. Hey, there are some things in your life that you have control over. For example, your emotions and how you respond to certain things or changes that are happening in your life. I get it. You might not agree with the changes on your job. You might not agree with the different things that people say or how they treat you. But guess what? You yourself can control the changes that are happening in your life. You are in control of your own life. I want to tell you that first and foremost. There are certain things in your life that you can control, like your attitude, your mindset, your behaviors. You are in control of those things. And you should take control of those things. Because guess what? Change is inevitable. And my fourth key point is out of control changes. There's some things that happen in your life, like the family that you were born into, that you cannot control. Or even some rare diseases that your family might have, or genetic diseases that they might have. There's some things that you cannot control. Or certain things that happen, or you go outside, you might have a flat tire, and you just got brand new tires or anything like that. Some things are out of your control. But guess what? You can take control of those situations as well. But some things are not out of your. Some things are out of your control. So you also have to learn to embrace those changes as well and accept those changes, good or bad. Because you don't want to, hey, yo, this happened, I can't control it, and be overwhelmed. Because like I just said, there are some things that are in your control, like your emotions and how you respond to certain things, obstacles, and situations that happen in your life. And those are my 4 key points, and I want to leave you guys with this Bible scripture in Matthew 9:17. It says that you cannot pour new wine into old wineskin because it will overflow or it will burst. But you can pour new wine into new wineskins because they both are preserved. Like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this topic.